On to one of the biggest court cases we'll be seeing this decade, or at least this year, as a cross-examination of South African athlete Oscar Pistorius continued in court today. The Paralympic star has denied picking on his girlfriend, Reeva Steenkamp. He was commenting on a mobile phone message Ms. Steenkamp had sent him. The athlete also denied ever shouting at her and regretted never telling Ms. Steenkamp he loved her. Mr. Pistorius denies murdering his girlfriend, saying he accidentally killed her after mistaking her for an intruder. Prosecutors, however, say the athlete intentionally killed his girlfriend on Valentine's Day last year by firing a gun through a bathroom door after a row in his home in Pretoria.
A South African prosecutor accused Oscar Pistorius of blaming other people for his mistakes as he sought to prove the Olympic and Paralympic athlete murdered his girlfriend, Reeva Steenkamp, last year.
A lot, if we carry on, that you will blame anybody but yourself.
I don't agree, my
Now you blame counsel. Mr. Roo, I know him, will not make those mistakes.
I didn't blame Mr. Roo, my lady.
You did.
I said I'm not sure what questions he's asked. I don't even remember him speaking or many of the questions he put to Mr. Mangena.
With the trial now in its 19th day, prosecutor Jerry Nell, whose reputation as one of South Africa's toughest attorneys has earned him the nickname the Pitbull, has sought to portray Pistorius as an arrogant hothead who is reckless with firearms. He took the athlete to task over the shooting at a restaurant.
You never gave it to your legal team that my finger wasn't on it.
That's incorrect, my lady.
Now, explain. You see, Mr. Pistorius, you're blaming everybody. You won't take responsibility. That gun cannot fire if you don't pull the trigger. Who pulled that trigger?
Pistorius said the gun was given to him by a friend under the restaurant table and went off by itself. The police chieftain, Christian Mangena, gave evidence earlier in the trial, saying the weapon could only fire if the trigger was pulled. The Paralympic star said he could not explain how the gun went off and questioned his own defense advocate, Barry Rook's decision not to cross-examine Mangena on his evidence. In a dramatic opening to his cross-examination on Wednesday, Nell shocked the Pretoria courts when he confronted Pistorius with a graphic photograph of the dead Steenkamp showing the side and back of her skull, her hair matted with blood and brains. Pistorius broke down and sobbed as Nell pushed him repeatedly to take responsibility for killing Steenkamp.
I've taken responsibility by me waiting and not wanting to live my life, but waiting for my time on this stand to tell my story for the respect of Reeva and for myself. I've taken responsibility, but I will not look at a picture where I'm tormented by what I saw and felt that night. As I picked Reeva up, my fingers touched her head. I remember. I don't have to look at a picture. I was there.
It's the same thing as the watermelon. You had it now in practice, mister.
The double amputee sprinter, once revered across the world for his triumph over physical adversity, faces life in prison if convicted in the Pretoria High Court of the murder of Steenkamp, a 29-year-old law graduate and model.